Hi! In this video, I'm going to be talking about the different methods that I have tried to help me manage my time in college and which one of these methods works best for me right now. So let's get started. So the first method I tried for managing my time was my bullet journal. So I actually started my bullet journal in January of this year because it's something I just wanted to try for 2020. And as you can see, in March, I began to take it more seriously, my very pretty setup. I did it every single day, doing my mood trackers and habit trackers, sleep trackers, everything I had to do, I did it every day in March. And especially with quarantine starting, it was a way to stay positive and to do art and do something really fun with my day that wasn't just school. And so it worked out pretty well during quarantine. I found though, as I got to college, it just didn't work out as well anymore. As you can see in my weekly schedule here, there wasn't that much space to plan my day, and I had to write really small. And the habit trackers, I liked making them, but then actually filling them in, I just got discouraged. As you guys can see, I did some things pretty often, but others, I just felt discouraged. Every time I'd look at my bullet journal, I was like, I didn't make art today, or I didn't go on a walk with the dog today, or I didn't do this today, and I shouldn't have to feel bad about that. And I felt it was just better to just take a pause on the bullet journal. Maybe I'll come back to it in January of next year. With that, I will get on to method number 2. The next method I tried, which was kind of similar to bullet journaling in some aspects, was this little tiny journal. And I did it different than bullet journaling because I didn't put any habit trackers, mood trackers, anything like that. It's also not bullet format. It's just lined paper, as you guys can see. So each day, I basically just put everything I had to do that day on one page. And this method actually worked out pretty nicely for a while because I just was able to write down every single thing and not have to worry about space or anything. And because it was on a separate page, I didn't have to look back at the last day and like, oh man, I did so much yesterday, but I barely got to anything today. I didn't draw anything, just put some stickers down and washi tape. And that was kind of it. So this method was really easy. And honestly, I might get back into this method soon in addition to the last method I'll tell you guys about, just because it's fun, simple. So I honestly don't have too much else to say about this method. It's pretty easy, it's straightforward, it helped me get done what I needed to get done. And I definitely recommend it for people who don't want to take the full time to do a bullet journal, but still like writing things down and maybe even using some stickers. The last method, which is the method I am using right now, is the Apple Calendar on my MacBook. And if you don't have an Apple product, that's totally okay. There is the Google Calendar, which does exactly the same thing that you can just access by looking up Google Calendar. It's completely free. I honestly don't really know that many people who use the Apple Calendar for their agenda, so I'll go through with you guys how I use the Apple Calendar to make my schoolwork really efficient and manage my time wisely. So now I have the Apple Calendar open on my MacBook, and I'll quickly show you guys how I use it. So the yellow calendar is my homework, which isn't scheduled regularly, so I have to manually put in each one. And let's say I take a shorter time to read these stories than I thought I would. Instead of having to cross something out like you would in a bullet journal, I just take the bottom of this and contract it a little bit. And there we go. Now I can add a new event by double clicking, and I just minimize it like this. And then I double click again and title it homework. There we go. Now there's a new event and I didn't have to do much at all. It took me about 5 seconds. So that's pretty nice. And this is my personal calendar, the purple label. So I have my lunch in there, break, stuff like that. And the green calendar is pretty interesting because these are my classes. So these occur at the same time every week. And if I scroll back to my other calendars, you can see that the same classes are at the same times. So how I did that without having to put them in manually is that I can click on this right here and I can see that it repeats every week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you can put that in as custom, has a time, and the end repeat is on this date because I won't have that class after December 1st. And what's cool is it also alerts me 5 minutes before the class. That has definitely saved me a few times when I've taken too long eating lunch or things like that. The alert has definitely helped me out a lot. The alert happens on my MacBook as well as my phone, which is pretty nice. And the other calendar that's on here is the red calendar, which you might be able to tell is my YouTube calendar. So I like labeling them with different colors so that I can really see everything I have to do. If they were all the same color, it might look really chaotic. Now I have to read every single one to see what it is, and it would just be quite annoying. So the calendars are pretty nice. They're up here on the side. So you can make your own calendars. Obviously, not everyone has a YouTube calendar. So you can make your own calendar to label whatever you need to do, whether it's skateboarding or art or anything else. So the Apple Calendar is really convenient and I highly recommend it. And that was how I managed my time in college. Let me know down in the comments below which method you think will work best for you, or any other method that you use to organize your time that I might not know about yet. And if you aren't already, make sure you subscribe down below for more of this kind of content. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!